Hello darlings, you are welcome to our channel. My name is Maria Ahunaya and together with you we're currently on a journey called the latest Nigerian movie in town. I will see you shortly. Please stay tuned. Yay! Today we're going to be having one of those short, sweet, and simple lectures or episodes, okay? An offshoot from last week's video, which was very interesting by the way, my birth story. We're going to be discussing what exactly are contractions and how do they feel, what are Braxton Hicks and what are labor pains, or what are all these things, what is the difference, okay? So contractions is basically the tightening of the uterus, and the frequency of that tightening is what will cause the child to descend to the cervix, and the pressure of the child on the cervix causes the cervix to thin and open so that the child can descend safely into the world. So that's basically what a contraction is: squeezing, tightening of the uterus and the muscles that surround the abdomen and things like that. Okay, so when is a contraction? When is it safe? It is safest to have a contraction after 37 weeks. After 37 weeks, it is safe, very safe. In fact, everybody looks forward to you having a contraction to give birth to your baby. Your baby is full term, well developed, and everything is easier then. But when your baby is preterm, pre 37 weeks, the doctors, nurses, your medical professionals are very wary of you having contractions because it can lead to all sorts of complications. So how do you tell if you're having contractions or if it's just Braxton Hicks, which is a form of contraction? Braxton Hicks are your body preparing you for the main thing, the main deal of labor, the main day of contractions, and they happen very they happen in the third trimester and very close to the time of your delivery, but they are not as consistent in timing, nor are they as long lasting as a real contraction. I remember the first time I had a Braxton Hicks, and I think I've said this before. I actually thought I was going to deliver. It was in the middle of the night, and he held me, gripped me, and it took my breath away. It was painful. It was super painful. And it lasted for about 2 minutes. It lasted for a while. And I was holding my breath, and I because I heard that if you move to your side, it will go away or something like that. I moved to my side and then relaxed a bit, and then I felt that contraction again. And I was like, I woke my husband, I'm going into labor. I said, calm down, just calm down. Give it time. If it continues like this for 10 minutes, then we'll call the doctor. And then surely enough, it didn't continue. So yeah. So I would say the same thing to you if you want to know whether it's a Braxton Hicks. Give it time, give it time, give it time. If it is consistent in the space of 30 minutes, you're having a contraction let's just say in the space of an hour. If you're having a contraction every 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, if it's timed, it's continuous, then maybe I think you should call your hospital or notify them or go to the hospital, especially if it is pre-term. Okay, so we've talked about what a contraction is and what a Braxton is. So how does it feel? How does a contraction feel? It is different for every woman. I think I mentioned it last week that yes, labor was super painful, but what I didn't say is that it wasn't as painful as I had imagined or as I thought it would be. It wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. I could bear it for the longest time. It was at a point I couldn't bear it again. And that was because it was back to back. But it's a lot like, for those who have menstrual pains, a lot like menstrual pain where there's a tightening of your abdomen, of your that's the bottom of your tummy. There's a tightening, and there's a tightening at your back. Some people say there's hips and leg pain. I didn't experience that. Maybe at some point because I couldn't walk. But yeah, there's a hip and there's a leg pain, lower back pain. So there's all sorts of pains, but related to the abdominal area, and there's a tightening. So how do you know if you're having a contraction, or if your child is just moving and playing around? Because sometimes the child's movement can be painful. The child can move so suddenly and you're wondering what. A child's movement, it goes in a specific direction, but when it's a contraction, all of your abdomen, all of that part, that region, my hand is moving towards at the bottom, but I don't think my camera gets there. All of that part is, it's there. You can feel it tightening, you can feel it hardening, you can feel a movement of all the parts at once. So I hope this little talk of mine has been enlightening. For more, as I say, I'm not a medical professional. This is just from my own experience, what happened to me. For more, ask your medical professional. Check online. There are more resources, I'm sure. I will recommend again, I recommended it before, but TCN's birthing classes, it helped me understand labor, and it helped to also teach me how to push. I will put a few of those links in this video, and I hope it will help you guys. Thank you for being here today. I hope this video has been enlightening in some way. Much love, and see you in the new month next week. Bye.